Now then, I'm halfway through this project and I thought, do you know what, it's ages since I've done a video about this. So what we've got is we have an AEG battery, lithium ion, with Duff cells in it, and I'm taking the cells out of a Dyson battery because we know that the BMSs on Dysons are Duff, but the batteries are commonly quite good. So there you go. So this is the AEG and they're the Duff cells, and this is these are the cells from this Dyson. Okay, so I've marked everything up, yeah, and I've got to spot weld. That's the negative because I've marked it as negative, so I'm going to spot weld that onto there, and this is the spot welder. So we need a piece of wood first just to get things sorted. So usefully on these AEG, these cells actually clip in, so they're sort of held in place a bit. Now I'll just tap that down. When you're on the negative it's not so bad, but when you're on the positive you've got to be quite careful, because although these cells are quite good, the outer case is the negative, the centre pole is the positive, but this has got a really quite a good insulator around it. Let's have a look, see how we get on. Where are we? Where's me bit of wire? Hopefully that, no it hasn't. Good. That copper bent a bit. It all got a bit too warm, but that's that spot welded. Now let me just have a look what we got here. This one here, do we need to zoom down a bit? We probably do. Okay, this one here, we just need to, so this is going to go on to the positive, so we've got to be quite careful. Pressing down. Good. Yeah, excellent. Now we've got the the multimeter set on DC volts. Where are we? Can we see? I'm just trying to look in the viewfinder to see. There we go. 4.08. That's good. Now the next one shows 4.05. Okay, so there's a positive. This one will be a negative. Pressing that down hard. Not quite right. And these electrodes here are just bits of copper wire from your standard household wiring. It's a bit far apart. That looks good. Is that welded on there? One is, one isn't. That doesn't want to go. That's good. So, and we continue right now. The next one, I've just got to sort out this connection. That got rolled up a bit when it was being removed from the old cell. There we go. That's good. I want those to be a bit closer together. Perhaps that will do. There we go. Yeah, good. So we've got between there and there is 2 cells. Go from there, from the negative over to there, over to there and over to there. So it's there to there is 2 cells. You can't see it. 8.13. Good. Okay. Now, negative to there, to there, to there. Okay. Now this one is the old cell. So we just, that's not a good thing. And that's popped off. And we need to pop that back on again because it didn't spot weld properly. That's good. Right, that one's removed. Okay. And then we'll go to this end and just pop the screwdriver under there. Remember, this is a positive, this end, so this outer case is the negative, so we've got to be ultra cautious. Okay, so I've rolled that corner up there. Yeah, and I'm just grabbing hold of it with this and just rolling it. I'm not squeezing very tight, and I've just, where are we? Roll that up like that. Okay, so the next one, because the 2 tabs on these, I'm just rolling that corner up. Grab hold of that gently. You don't want to cut it, just want to roll that up like that. Okay, so we've got that one undone and that one undone. It's positive this end. Okay, now this is another Dyson cell. That shows 4.06, but it's got bits of the old strapping on it. Can you see that little short there? That went somehow to the negative. we have a little bit of the old strapping there also. So I'm just removing that and then tapping down any little spiky bits. Now we go back into here. Okay, so that's a negative. That's a positive, so we need a negative there. Okay. Click that in. Okay, so we just tap that down like that. So that is a positive because you can see the insulator all the way around. That's a negative, which is great. So those need to be spot welded together. Wow, that was a bit warm. Okay, good. And then this one, I did do a video about, I'll repeat that because I was hammering. I did do a video about making this spot welder, and I did reference it to the channel where I got the basic information from. It was Dark something or other. I think I could do with replacing these electrodes. There we go. So that's a positive there, that's a negative there. So now we need to remove this sticky stuff, and this is a negative this end. Just roll that up a bit, grab hold of it gently and strip it back. Let's just see if we can get a close-up of that. So I just need to get in there and try and lift that corner up. There we go. This is a bit tricky, trying to watch in the viewfinder as well as looking what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, then we roll it over. We just roll those back so we don't damage them. And again, we're on the negative, positive side, so we've got to be careful here. I mean, it's a spark, isn't it? It's not the end of the world. As long as it's not a permanent short, in which case the cell would get very hot very quick. Let's zoom out a bit. So we take that cell out now, which it should come out. Well, fancy that. That one looked like it was a bit of glue holding that one in. Right, put this to one side, and then we've got the Dyson, and we want the next one out of the Dyson. So we need to break that off, and the balance charging wire needs to be pulled out the way. Okay, then the other side, we want the balance charging wire. You see that spark? And then this should push out one way or the other. Except for some reason it doesn't want to push out. The other's pushed out all right. Oh, why is that so tough? Okay, let's not just fight it too much. Let's split that one off. Okay, this one feels a lot looser. It's almost as if that one has been glued in for some weird or maybe accidental reason. There we go, there we go. And then roll that off. Okay. And then roll this off, and then a little tap to get rid of the spikies. So where were we? That's spot welded onto there. So on this side, that's spot welded onto there. That's a positive, so we want a negative this end. And that should clip in there. That's good. And unroll that. Straighten that out gently. Then pull them two together very slightly. Okay, and on we go. I don't think you need to see any more. This is a battery I picked up with Duff cells in it, and I just thought, let's just change the cells like I did before. It's not rocket science, but you just got to be a bit organised and don't have any fear, because there's nothing really to be frightened of. So I'm just going to continue with this, and I'll get back to you in a short while. Okay, they're all in place. Hopefully we can see that. And that's the negative. and that's the positive. .2, brilliant. Okay, just on this Dyson, that middle one there and its partner didn't want to come out because there's this, I suspect it's some sort of heat sensor, and it's glued in there, and it's actually glued to the insulator of the cell, which is, so I had to get a bit violent. But there you go. So I'm going to put this now back in the case, the AEG case, and give it a road test. So the main thing is, we've obviously got voltage here and we've got half decent cells, so that's not a problem. The main thing is, will it go in the charger? Is this BMS robust enough? And the last one I did, it had Duff cells and the BMS was good. Unlike these Mickey Mouse things from these Dysons, designed to fail. Oh, interestingly, this is another Dyson battery, slightly bigger, and it's got 2070 instead of 18650 cells in it, so I'm assuming they're at least 3 amp hour. I can't tell from the code, but it has, can we see, it goes 2070, and then on the end it's got 03, this end here, so I'm assuming these are 3 amp hour. Okay, can we see? Yes, we can see. Contact. Oh yeah. Good. So the next thing is, will this battery, or will the charger accept this battery? So let's test that. Oh, here we go. Now, interesting. 2 lights. I don't know what colour they are, right? But where are we? 2 flashing, it's no good. On and flashing, it's charging, and on and or off on the top and on the bottom is fully charged. Okay, the top one's flashing. I don't know if you could see that. Let's just move the camera a bit. Bottom one's flashing. It's charging. Whoopee! That's a result. There you go. Isn't that brilliant? Right? Now, this drill was sent to me by Owen, a year and a half ago or something like that, with this charger, and I fixed the charger, but the batteries were NiCads for this, and interestingly it's the same drill as the same charger for NiCads, nickel metal hydride and lithium ion. Don't know, yeah. Anyway, the contacts in here and on the charger were a bit sort of corroded because of the NiCads, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, picked this battery up knowing full well that it didn't hold a charge. I think it's been left a while because a couple of the terminals were just slightly corroded. But there you go, we have success. So, comments? Yeah, I've done this before quite a few years ago, but I thought I'd just refresh the whole situation. This spot welder's brilliant. I did actually clean the bottom of the terminals with some sandpaper, and that improved things quite dramatically. It's, you know, it's a wear point, isn't it? It's getting red hot, and it's just a bit of 2.5 copper wire. Catch up with you soon. Hope you've enjoyed this. Share the information. Move on the self-reliance. Prevent the consumerism. Cheers for now.